Hey, what's up? It's
L.A.
Love and
Loyalty. And today we're here with...
What, babe? What? We about to just give y'all what y'all been asking for.
Okay? And that's how we got back together. We just gonna jump right into it.
So, you want to go first?
Yep. Okay, so... oh, close the door. Basically it started with... let's go back a while. 2020 was horrible. Everybody know that. Like, 2020 was not the year. But then it was a year. But anyway, you'll get the gist. But anyway, and for me, I was going through a lot in the relationship that I was previously in. And at that time, it seemed like I was just like I was lost. I was very depressed. I was going through a lot, and mentally in my mind, and like kind of just really putting it all together as far as like how I was going to deal with all of these things. So I started like searching because like I came up in church, obviously. So coming up in church, I thought like, okay, I'm gonna be, pray, whatever. But at that time, even praying seemed like it wasn't something that I went to. And I started looking into like astrology or whatever like that. And looking at astrology, I was watching videos. I was just really going through it. And I was just like, what I'm gonna do? And I ended up watching astrology, and they was just basically saying like things are starting to look better for me. And for me, that was just my outlet. Like, I was just like, shit, I really mess with the zodiac. Like, I really like it. I really feel like it's positive. So this one of these particular video, it was just saying like, something's gonna happen in your life. It's gonna change, like, your relationship, with your happiness, with like clarity, and just a lot of different things. It was just telling me, and I just believed it. Like, that was just something I went with. And so fast forward to about like August, I went on a trip with my sister, and like my mom. We went to Florida and stuff, and me and my mom, kind of, having a conversation with each other. She basically just telling me like, just confirming like how I was feeling, and everything like that. And so I was just like, I couldn't believe it, because that was like a breakthrough for not only me but my mom too, and our relationship. So we talked about it, and then fast forward, then end up splitting ways with my partner before, and yeah, and after that I moved, and but prior to that, I had ended up going over a friend's house. And when I went over my friend's house, he basically was like, hey, I gotta show you something, do you mind seeing it? I'm like, I don't mind, whatever. And when he showed me, it was her page on Facebook, and I was just like, I was like, oh my god, whatever. I was like, finally, because she had a lot of different pages or whatever. So I could never really find her anyway. Like, she just had a lot of pages. So I was like, I took it upon myself and searched myself. And once I searched, I was like, wait, this is recent. This is her page, So I was geeked.
Okay, so let's stop her there.
Why?
Because I gotta tell my side till we get to the Facebook. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, but no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that is it. Okay. Sorry, I was gonna tell her
so
story.
For me, 2020 was like, it wasn't bad to me. It just, was in a relationship, and in that relationship, she encouraged me to tell my truth and just be out and don't hide it and whatever. So I kept telling her, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. She's like, you should. But we were friends forever, but we just tried to date. It just didn't work. So she just told me, pushed me to tell my truth. So I was like, okay. But my truth, it started with my mom, because my mom always would question me about it, but I denied it and told her, no. So then one day, finally, I was like, I'm going to call my mom and I'm going to tell her. I think I texted her and I was like, Mom, I need to tell you something. And she was like, what? And then I was like, all that stuff you heard about me and Ree? I was like, it was true. That's how I started it. And she texted me back, I already knew that. I was waiting on you to tell me. And then, so we had I called her and she called me, and I told her how I felt about Ree and everything that happened and made me do the things I did, which caused me and Ree not to be together. And it was just a long conversation, and I was like, man, she married now, it's over. I never get to be with her the way I did, but as long as she happy, I just would tell everybody like she was the love of my life, and if I got anything close to her, like I said before, I was gonna cherish it. And it was just weird because I start talking about her more lately within a few months before we end up reaching back out to each other, and I just start telling everybody and just talking about her, and just it was just really, really crazy, like really letting everybody know like how I felt about her. So then that goes to the Facebook. So I'm on my Facebook and I'm like, why is this girl? Because at first I couldn't find her nowhere on social media at all. And then all of a sudden, she just steady popping up on people you know. And you know, if you see the people you know, that mean they on your page. Mainly the first ones, they've been searching your page. The people you know. And she just kept popping up. And I would ask my best friend, like, what the hell is she? Why is Ree all over my stuff? And my best friend like, I don't know. I'm like, that is weird. So how was it for you?
And so for me, so in my transition and everything that was going on with me, I would never knew, nothing about that situation. So I'm like, still, astrology, all of that stuff. I moved, I'm working, all that stuff like that. And it's crazy. So so basically one day I'm leaving work and I literally was like, it was this guy had hit me up, and he was already my friend, which I thought was kind of weird.
Before that, she hearted my picture.
Okay, well, okay, yes. But that was something I didn't know.
She hearted my picture.
Yeah, I didn't know
because I never said nothing to her. I never asked to be her friend. I never said nothing. I just knew she was watching me, but I didn't know why. I'm like, she married. What's she looking at my page for? So then, she hearted my picture, and I looked at my best friend. I'm like, why she heart my picture? Should I say something? My best friend was like, no. And I'm like, so I waited a couple of days. I'm like, I'm saying something. So I'm like, hope all is well. And that was it. And I sent it to her, and she never messaged me back. I think a month went past, and then what happened?
And so basically, I was at work. I was, and I literally never ever check my what is it called? I never check my request messages. I never check that. Like, rarely ever do I check it. And so on this particular day, I checked it, and I'm just like, the reason why I did is because this guy had hit me up, and I'm thinking he wanted me for like service for photography. And I was just like, I looked in there, and then when I looked in there, Brie was in there, and it said, hope all is well. And I'm just like, it is now, like literally, like I was like, what? And I had end up I think what I messaged you at. I had pulled over on the side of the highway, and we like talked for a while.
She messaged me. When she first messaged me, I was like, my best friend was knocked out, and I woke her up. I said, oh my God, Ree just text me. And she was like, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And I mean, we just text back to back all night long.
Literally. And then I finally went home. And I think when I got there, my sister was like, what's going on? Like, she was like, what's that? I was just like, oh my God.
And we just talk all night long.
Mm-hmm. And at that time, I was living with my sister. So we living together. And so she was so mad.
So we would talk all
night, all day.
And then we eventually
at work all day just talking.
Start traveling and back and forth. And it just happened like that.
Mm-hmm.
So anything else?
No.
That's that. So make sure you like,
comment,
subscribe,
share,
and we out.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell.